I had some really amazing mentors throughout my career. It's been something that I feel like I want to give back. I've learned so much from people, and I just want to give that back to the community and to other women that are looking to maybe start a career or continue a career in defense and security. I guess I want to pass on the lessons that I've learned throughout the process.
Changemakers. What are changemakers? They are people who seek to overcome adversity, who rise to the challenge, who seek positive change at work, in their communities, and at home. These are the stories of changemakers, and I'm proud to say that Commissionaires Nova Scotia has many of these changemakers, and we're very proud to call them part of our family. It's our custom to present you with this 100th pin. And this actually is a challenge coin celebrating our 100 years as a centennial for a federation across Canada as an organization supporting veterans. So I present to you the official 100th coin.
Thank you very much.
And thank you again for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Tell me who Rebecca is.
Both my brother and my dad were in the military or are in the military. So it's always been something that's been there for me. And I understand the lifestyle of it. And it's always something that has been in the back of my mind and guided me towards this career path as well. It's so something that's always interests me because I've seen it growing up. It's always been a big part of my life. So it was a pretty easy decision for me. I took engineering in university. So I wanted something to, the logical thinking and finding ways to do things the best possible way. Like I'm all about that.
Joining us today is Rebecca Landry. And I'm proud to say not only a real change maker, but a young and up-and-coming trailblazer. She's the first female chief operating officer for the Commissionaires in its history. I remember when she interviewed for this particular job, she was truly amazing in her commitment to fostering change, to breaking barriers, and to leading the way. And not only set an example for all women leaders, but to set an example, period, as to what a real leader looks like and how they overcome challenge and bring an organization to new heights. So please welcome to the show, Rebecca Landry.
I'm a mom. I'm COO of Commissionaires Nova Scotia. I'm a passionate leader. I'm Canadian. I'm Swedish. I met my husband 12 years ago. While I was traveling around. So yeah, we had long distance for a while before I finally decided to move to Canada. I was visiting back and forth, but yeah, it was my husband that brought me here.
So when Rebecca came to Canada, she was working with Saab. And for those that don't know who Saab is, they're a very prominent organization in the defense and security business, bringing weapons platforms and defense and security technology solutions. So as somebody with experience in that particular sector, we were very privileged to enable her to continue that path with Commissionaires Nova Scotia. So she brings quite a broad breadth of experience in this particular area.
So I was with Saab for almost 8 years. So I progressed very quickly at Saab. I started as a project manager, then went to head of PMO and then head of operations pretty quickly after. So I guess I'm always looking at what's coming next. What's the next step for me? It's always in my mind of saying, okay, where do I go from here? What else can I accomplish? So that's something that's always in the back of my mind. So it was an amazing company to work for us, and it made me realize that I wanted to continue to do something within defense and security. It's a very challenging industry, as you know. So that's something I'm passionate about. I always want to find other ways of doing things better, especially for my team. I always try to find the best way possible to perform a task for my team and help them to get there and lead them towards doing something better.
So being a change maker quite often involves having a vision as a leader, a vision as to where they see the strategic map going. I think that really highlights what Rebecca stands for. She comes in not willing to simply go with status quo, but what new bar she as a leader can set for the organization. Tell us about the change that you've brought in your new role as Chief Operating Officer.
Yeah, change is it's a scary word for some people, I think. I mean, we had a conversation about this morning, actually. There's so much that I want to do. I'm just trying to take it one step at a time and recognizing the small wins to start. I want to make life better for people. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'm CEO of Commissionaires Nova Scotia. I want to make Commissionaires a better place to work, a better place for the people that are there. So I'm trying to focus on that and finding ways to change the current environment to get to that end state. That's my goal in this.
So breaking barriers.
Yeah, breaking barriers.
Well, I'm honored that you join us on this journey, and I look forward to all the great things that you're doing. I'm going to go a little off script.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
You know me.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. We had a conversation just this morning all about change, and I think it's so great that we talk about it here today. We've lost people along the way with some of these principles of change and new directions and collaboration and different ideas at our workspace. How do you feel when that happens, when someone says, they put up their hand and they say, I've had enough, no more change, I'm too old, or I don't want to change, and they head towards the door? How do you feel when we're at that point?
Good question. I always try to understand why people make certain decisions. So even if it goes against what I believe in, because I believe in change, and even if someone puts up their hand saying, I'm done, I have enough, I try to understand where they're coming from, because I think there's always a lesson to learn from that. Did I put too much pressure on people? Is there any way that I could have breaking it down to smaller steps to try to get them to understand the outcome before I implemented change? So I try to understand what happened there. I am a people pleaser. I just want everyone to get along at all times, and I'm trying to work on that because I recognize that and that I have that trait. So I always try to get people to be on the same page, to be friends, and everyone be happy. But it's not always the case, and I'm trying to be okay with that, because sometimes it is okay for someone to say, hey, this is not my journey anymore. I'm done, and I want to do something else. And I'm trying to just personally accept that, because that's okay too.
So a cornerstone of Rebecca's unique leadership approach is her belief in mentorship. And I believe that deserves a special spotlight, because she has recognized that good leaders prepare other leaders, and one should always prepare oneself for advancement 2 levels up. She definitely embodies that, and she's on her own developed a mentorship program within Commissionaires Nova Scotia, as she has learned from her previous employment and from her other interests. I'm super excited to see where this brings us in terms of growth and how it prepares our next generation to take example from Rebecca's lead.
I had some really amazing mentors throughout my career. I've been a mentee myself, and I've also had mentoring people as well. So it's been something that I feel like I want to give back. I've learned so much from people, and I just want to give that back to the community and to other women that are looking to maybe start a career or continue a career in defense and security. And I guess I want to pass on the lessons that I've learned throughout the process of. There's been a lot of no's. I've gotten a lot of no's of things that I want to do and accomplish, and to push through that and just build that resilience to keep on going, because at some point there will be a yes. And just to be there to mentor and to support these women that are wanting to go for a career in defense and security, and kind of guide them toward that process and towards that yes. I guess that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm going to bring this mentorship program to CNS as well, because I think that there's a lot of opportunity there, and I want to give people the opportunity to have mentorship, to have someone that in their corner to support them throughout their career journey.
As the COO, you run day-to-day operations for over 1,200 employees across Nova Scotia. It's a big job.
Yeah.
Where do you see the next step for Commissionaires in terms of the way it does business for our clients here in Nova Scotia?
I want to try to incorporate the technology piece. I think that's really important, and I think that's where we need to go next. We need to look at cybersecurity. We need to look at AI and data-driven decisions. Business intelligence is a huge part of that. We have some great people within CNS that's going to be a big part of that journey to take us to the next level. So I'm super excited to work together with the team and have a collaborative experience between the ops team and the business intelligence team within CNS. So I definitely want to see the technology piece to be further advanced.
So Commissionaires Nova Scotia is more forward-thinking and innovative than ever before. And I'm proud to say that Rebecca Landry encapsulates all the things that are exciting about the future, not only in terms of what the organization stands for, but what our leaders stand for. She inspires. She is a beacon of hope for the next generation. And as much as we've moved the bar in the last 3 years, she's going to take it even further. And I'm excited to see what Rebecca Landry brings to Commissionaires Nova Scotia.
I think the networking piece is so important. Like I explained, when I first came to Canada, I started networking way before I arrived to Canada, because it's so important to build those relationships and build those connections. Try to attend those job fairs or DEFSEC. DEFSEC coming up later this year is a great opportunity to get in there. They have great opportunities to meet anyone in the industry. So try to reach out to people within the industry, LinkedIn, whatever it is, but network is such an important part of it. Try to find a mentor or a sponsor that can promote you and introduce you to key people within the industry. And just don't take no for an answer. Just keep going.
Love it. Don't take no for an answer. Mm-hmm. Rebecca, clearly you are not just a change maker, you're a change leader. So we're very fortunate to have you. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Purpose and Protection, brought to you by Commissionaires Nova Scotia. This show is hosted by Barry Pitcher, CEO of Commissionaires Nova Scotia. Scripting, marketing, and communications by Jill Smith and Renee McLeod of Commissionaires Nova Scotia. Editing and sound design by Connor Sampson and produced by Amina Faubert from Podstarter. Special thanks to our guest, Rebecca Landry, and to you, our listeners, for your continued support. This episode was recorded on January 28th, 2025 at Podstarter Studios. Purpose and Protection is recorded and produced in Halifax, Nova Scotia, also known as Chibuktuk. Located in Mi'kma'ki, this ancestral and unceded territory is subject to the peace and friendship treaties signed between the Mi'kmaq nations and the Crown, dating back to 1725. We recognize and respect the ongoing relationship that exists between Indigenous peoples and these lands. We are all treaty people. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the service people and frontline workers who serve and protect our communities every day. Your dedication and sacrifice do not go unnoticed, and we are deeply grateful for all that you do. We look forward to sharing more stories with you next month. Until then, be sure to follow, rate, and share Purpose and Protection wherever you get your podcasts.